In a world marked by constant evolution, society and culture play pivotal roles in shaping individual and collective experiences. While they provide frameworks for social interaction and personal development, they can also lead us down a path of trauma. This video delves into the intricate relationship between society, culture, and trauma, exploring how societal norms, cultural expectations, and systemic influences can contribute to the onset and perpetuation of trauma. By analyzing historical, psychological, and sociological perspectives, this video aims to illuminate the multifaceted ways in which society and culture intertwine with trauma, ultimately encouraging a deeper understanding of the factors at play and how individuals can navigate this challenging terrain. Welcome to our channel and subscribe as we go through some ways in which society and culture intertwine with trauma. As I quote Dr. Gabor Maté, "Trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is what happened inside you as a result of what happened to you." Society, culture, and trauma. The intertwined nature of society, culture, and trauma sets the stage for a complex exploration. Cultural trauma is an attack on the fabric of a society, affecting the essence of the community and its members. Some cultures interpret illness and other trauma events as punishment, a test or rite of passage, or a special message. The way a child or family interprets the meaning of the trauma will influence subsequent distress, reactions, and ways of coping. 1. Societal norms and expectations, a double-edged sword. Society's norms and expectations often act as guiding principles for behavior and interactions. However, these norms can be restrictive and unrealistic, leading to the internalization of harmful beliefs and potentially traumatic experiences. Societal norms and expectations surrounding topics such as gender roles, success, body image, and conformity can contribute to trauma. Drawing on psychological research and real-world examples, it uncovers the intricate relationship between societal pressures and traumatic outcomes. For example, gender norms and expectations have been linked to the development of trauma. Research shows that rigid gender roles can contribute to mental health issues among individuals who do not conform to these norms. For instance, men may feel pressure to suppress emotions, leading to emotional distress and difficulties in seeking help. 2. Cultural influences on identity and belonging. Culture plays a significant role in shaping individual identity and a sense of belonging. Yet, cultural expectations and pressures can also lead to feelings of alienation and distress. There are ways in which cultural norms and expectations can contribute to traumatic experiences, particularly in cases where individuals are torn between different cultural identities. By analyzing narratives from various cultural contexts, there are complexities of cultural influences on trauma. For example, immigrants often experience cultural dissonance, which can lead to feelings of isolation and distress. Second-generation immigrants, caught between the cultural norms of their parents' homeland and the host country, may face heightened stressors that can contribute to trauma. 3. Historical trauma and intergenerational transmission. The impact of historical events on contemporary societies can lead to what is known as historical trauma. We explores how past injustices, such as colonization, slavery, and genocide, can have enduring effects on mental health and well-being. We delve into the concept of intergenerational transmission of trauma, where the experiences of one generation shape the experiences of their descendants. The Holocaust serves as a poignant example of historical trauma. Survivors and their descendants have exhibited symptoms of trauma, such as anxiety and depression, even in subsequent generations. This phenomenon is often referred to as secondary trauma or vicarious trauma. 4. Systems of oppression and structural violence. Society's structures and systems can perpetuate trauma through various forms of oppression and violence. Discriminatory practices, institutional racism, economic inequality, and lack of access to basic resources can contribute to ongoing traumatic experiences for marginalized communities. Systems of oppression and structural violence looks into the systemic factors that intersect with culture to create environments conducive to trauma. Drawing on sociological research and real-world examples, it sheds light on the intricate mechanisms of structural violence. For instance, systemic racism and police violence disproportionately affect marginalized communities. The repeated exposure to these traumas can result in long-term psychological effects, including PTSD and complex trauma. 5. Media, technology, and vicarious trauma. In the digital age, media and technology play a significant role in shaping societal narratives. The constant exposure to distressing content, sensationalism, and the reinforcement of traumatic events can lead to vicarious trauma for individuals consuming such media. There has been great impact of media on trauma perception and mental health. It delves into the psychological effects of media exposure, the role of social media platforms, and the potential for media literacy as a means of mitigating vicarious trauma. Social media platforms have amplified the spread of traumatic content, such as graphic videos of violence and disaster. Constant exposure to such content can lead to heightened levels of anxiety and distress among users. 6. Coping mechanisms and resilience. While society and culture can contribute to trauma, they also offer coping mechanisms and sources of resilience. Supportive communities, cultural practices, and social movements can serve as protective factors against the negative effects of trauma. Different individuals and communities can harness these resources to navigate the path of trauma. By drawing on psychological theories of resilience and real-life stories of overcoming trauma, it emphasizes the potential for growth and strength in the face of adversity. Look at this example. Indigenous communities have historically faced cultural trauma due to colonization and displacement. However, cultural practices, such as storytelling and traditional ceremonies, have been identified as powerful mechanisms for healing and resilience. 7. Healing, transformation, and collective change. Recognizing the intertwined nature of society, culture, and trauma, we will explore the avenues for healing and transformation. It examines the role of therapy, cultural revitalization, education, and advocacy in breaking the cycle of trauma and fostering collective change. By analyzing successful initiatives aimed at addressing trauma and promoting social change, we highlight the potential for societal transformation. Truth and reconciliation commissions have been established in several countries to address historical trauma, such as the one in South Africa. These initiatives aim to provide a platform for victims to share their experiences and promote healing and societal transformation. Navigating the complex terrain. In conclusion, the intricate relationship between society, culture, and trauma underscores the need for a multifaceted understanding of human experiences. By unraveling the ways in which societal norms, cultural expectations, and systemic influences contribute to trauma, individuals can navigate this complex terrain with increased awareness and agency. Acknowledging the potential for change at both personal and societal levels is crucial for fostering resilience, healing, and a more inclusive future. Let us embrace real solutions and not be blindfolded by culture. Subscribe, like and share for more content. Thank you for watching.